Today we're gonna rate custom Magic the Gathering cards on our custom Reddit. Alright, we got Harido, River, Shine Diver. It's a cute little otter scout. 2/1 creature for a red, blue, and 1 green. Pay 1, tap, add, what the hell? Green, blue, and red. Spend this mana only to cast spells with 2 card types? Like artifact and creature or something? If mana from a permanent with 2 card types was spent to activate this ability, draw a card. Sometimes, nature appears to be wonderful for otter reasons. It actually looks like something Wizard of the Coast might make. And it's got a really cute little picture. Oh, also RIP to Card Conjurer. Card Conjurer was completely shut down by Wizards of the Coast. Wizards shutting down the people who make custom cards out there. But they're the only one getting picked on. Nobody else is getting picked on. So RIP Card Conjurer for these really nice looking, custom looking cards. I know, it's so cute. Very cute little otter. Yeah, it's nature appears to be wonderful for otter reasons. I don't think this thing's broken or anything, right? How do you break this thing? Yeah, RIP Card Conjurer. Thank you. I was thinking, the minute I heard Card Conjurer went down, I was like, oh, damn it. These custom Magic the Gathering cards aren't going to look nearly as nice as they used to. Because they look perfect. They look like actual Magic cards. Yeah, press F for Card Conjurer. We need Fs in chat. Yeah, utterly adorable. I love it. You know, for that, Tommy, this thing's going to pass. Harido, you live to see another day. You're a good card anyway. I think you're fair. But that whole way, I don't know, paying 1, tapping this otter to get 3 mana, that's actually crazy. Also, conflict with casting spells with 2 card types versus activating ability. Anyway, alright, moving on. We've got the Ultimate Distortion. Black, 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 2 generic, sorcery. Target opponent searches their library and graveyard for 5 cards and exiles the rest? The rest of your library. They puts the chosen cards on top of their library in any order until the end of their turn. They can't mill cards. Happy doomsday to you. Not completely grammatically correct. They puts the chosen cards on top of the library in any order. Is this, like, is there some way to break this card? Is this, like, basically our artificial doomsday of some sort? For 5 mana? I don't know what to do with this card. I mean, and it doesn't even exile, well, I guess for 5 cards and exiles the rest, you have to look for 5 cards. So you can't, like, immediately win with Thassa's Oracle or something like that. Valerio, next time I create a custom card, how must I do? Do I tell you the name immediately so you sign it for later, since my Reddit score is so low? You have to super chat for $5 and tell me the exact name of the post. So in this case, it's called Ultimate Distortion. You have to tell me the exact name of the post and then I can search for it. It's not free. No, I charge you guys around here. This is how I monetize my channel. I love monetizing you guys. Print? Why? Target opponent. Oh, target opponent searches their library and graveyard for 5 cards. What is the point of this card? We're going to, like, give... Okay, so you know what? I didn't even notice that. Thanks for making that really apparent. Like, they're just gonna give us garbage, right? Won't they, like, give us 5 lands? Is this, like, a soft way of winning with, like, Thassa's Oracle? Alright, I got Thassa's Oracle in my hand. I got nothing else. So, you know, put 5 lands on top of my library, and we're slowly gonna win. This is a really stupid card. You know, Reverse Doomsday. Fail to search. I wonder if that would work in this case. Can you find 5 cards? I failed to find 5 cards. Okay, exile everything. Searches their library. Oh, hold on. Target opponent searches their library. Oh, so you give them the doomsday. Happy. Ah, now I get it. This is where people start giving me comments in the comment section on replay. Oh, Nikachu, you don't read the cards. Look, I'm reading the cards. I just don't understand the cards. There's two different... Those are two different things. So you're giving somebody a doomsday. Not clear on how the cards are picked. Cannot mill, but can exile. Yeah! So I can exile the top X cards. They only get cards they want, but only 5. Do you think a spell that changes the position of any spell on the stack could be a card, or would it be too broken? Spell that changes the position of any spell on the stack? I think it's a weird card. It sounds complicated and unnecessary. Reading the card doesn't explain the card, just like normal Magic. Well, not always. So, okay, target opponent searches their library and graveyard for 5 cards, exiles the rest. They put the chosen cards on top of their library in any order. You effectively kill someone with this, though. This is basically like sorcery spell, destroy target player, because they're going to mill out in, like, basically, I mean, not mill out, but they're going to lose in 5 turns. Until the end of their next turn, they can't mill cards. But you can mill cards after that. Okay, so basically in 2 turns, they're dead. Use this and wheel. Exactly. So are we... Okay, so are we printing this or what? Are we printing or shredding it? It doesn't seem that broken. I mean, it's 5 mana. You need to have the black mana. So you're going to need them dark rituals out for this thing. Doesn't kill everyone. It will kill one person, though. It'll get them good. And it's not like you're doing them a favor. You're doing this to kill them. It's like, okay, you get the Doomsday. Oh, by the way, Wheel of Fortune. Shred. Broken. Gotta hope they're not a combo deck. 5's expensive. Doesn't sound fun in my opinion. Yeah, cost seems fine. It would be fine to me if the cards went to the graveyard. Oh, God! Anyway. No, we don't print this one. In this house, we don't print the ultimate distortion. Verosa, the Miko Titan. Alright. Green, black, white, 7 generic. For an 8, for a 0/8, it's like a giant wall. Convoking Fungus Beast. What is this, Hogak's cousin? We convoke this thing in play. Whenever a non-fungus creature dies, create a 0/1 fungus creature token. So the thing died, now it's growing fungus. We get the fungus token. Sacrifice a fungus. Fungus you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Am I missing something? I think this card's terrible. I don't think this card is good at all. Doing this in Commander is broken. Oh, you mean... No, or you think you're talking about the last one? This cannot be broken. Oh, yeah, incredibly overcosted. Which makes it fair. I mean, we can print this thing. I mean, I can say heads up. Like, I don't think it's broken. I don't think there is anyone to abuse this damn thing. Even if you convoke it in play. Okay, you need, like, 1,000,000 tokens out there. You better, like, already have a bunch of fungus out there. And you gotta sacrifice your fungus to buff your fungus? Dio, there are bulk rares, and then there are What do they say about this card? Like, this is voted very high. They're very excited about this thing. What does the public think? You need to specify a color, colors, or colorless on the token creatures. Oh, whatever. I have been informed this goes infinite with conspiracy. We will see if I can fix that on a second draft. Okay, well, if it goes infinite, it goes infinite. What? We don't go infinite in Magic the Gathering? Just slight wording issue. Okay, whatever. Whatevers. Okay, the Visovian Miko Titan. Miko Titan, whatever. It's a bad slime foot. Fungi, not fungus. Whatever. Oh, I see. Non-fungi. Mox Ethereal. Oh, man. How on earth are they going to make a balanced 0 mana card, especially with the word Mox in the title? Legendary artifact. Making it legendary is not going to do it. Add 1 mana of any color amongst colors you own in exile. No! That's broken. Hold on, get the police sound. That's broken. That is super broken. You very easily can exile anything very early on in the game. Not hard. Whether you ramped out with Chrome Mox, or you played Solitude, or Fury, or Subtlety, or Force of Will, it's very easy to get something out. Yeah, this is an instant shred. They were literally printing Mox in! It might as well just be a normal Mox. Okay, like, maybe you don't get this out early. Maybe, but you will get it out, like, on, like, turns 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, combine it with Chrome Mox. Easily broken. Works with Imprint, exactly. Scavenging Ooze loves this. Classic Scavenging Ooze. If I throw cards in my closet, are they exiled? No. It's like putting a blanket over a mess. Is the mess gone? No, it is not. Very fair. Suspend cards? Yeah. Well, that would be a fun... so that's a funny one. So it would be... you'd have the suspend card, so it'd be exiled temporarily, but eventually it comes back, right? Exile Progenitus turn 1, instant any colored mana. Definitely playable and printable. You gotta be kidding me! Too broken, corny. Alright, well anyway. We're not printing you. You're broken! You're just too broken, Mox Ethereal. I love the idea. But we know it's broken. Come on, we gotta judge cards based on... or are we gonna print them on behalf of Wizards of the Coast? And if we sent this thing to Mark Rosewater... he'd laugh in our faces. He said, not a chance in hell. Maybe in a draft format, this would be fine. But, like, actual Magic? No. No way. Equality. White, 1 generic. Legendary enchantment. All creatures have flying, shadow, first strike, flanking, and horsemanship. At least, it's a fair fight. That is interesting. Would that not make board states incredibly, like, boring? Because, like, nobody can basically attack into each other. Because everyone can block everything. Everything is a flying shadow, first strike, flanking. It's basically anything that would give you unblockable is no longer blockable. So you have to, like, just basically might is right in that situation. Syndrome. When everyone has keywords, no one has. That's right. Well, nothing can... no, everyone can block everything. So all flying creatures can block flying creatures. All shadow creatures can block shadow creatures. All first strike creatures will deal on first strike damage. And all flanking and horsemanship creatures. Actually, I don't know what flanking does. I'm assuming it's a form of unblockable, but I don't know. Everyone has horsemanship, though. Yeah, horsemanship for all! Circle of Protection Shadow worth something now. Does anyone know what flanking is? What is flanking? Alright, we're gonna learn, people. Flanking is a triggered ability that triggers during the declare blocker step. Flanking means whenever this creature becomes blocked by a creature without flanking, the blocking creature gets okay, we all can block because we all have flanking. It's all flanked. Flanking gives... some of you guys know your mechanics. You go deep. I mean, you can tell your age based on how well you know flanking. You guys have been... William Beanpot, you've been around for a while. Nikachu doesn't know flanking. New player... hey, shut up. I know as many mechanics as they are playable in super competitive formats. And flanking don't see play. Okay? There's no modern... you show me the modern deck that uses a flanking creature. And then I'll admit that, you know, maybe I should have known this mechanic. I guess it's on flavor. Hey, what's going on here? It was supposed to change the music to, the sponsors! Alright, we'll evaluate this card later. But we gotta do some housekeeping. We gotta thank our sponsors. FusionGamingOnline.com. You know where I buy my Magic cards? You know what? If I need a new enchantment, a blue spell or something, I'm gonna look first at FusionGamingOnline.com, my favorite local game store. What's the deal of the week this week? Ah, yes. The pre-Black Friday sale. Trying to get your money before everyone burns their money on the actual Black Friday. Save big on tons of items. What kind of items, Fusion Gaming? Show me. Oh, a lot of sealed product. Oops, where did I go? Oh, you can all get the Modern Horizons too. I think this only the sealed product though is going to be available to Canadians. Because otherwise, you know, the singles they'll ship worldwide, but they can't send sealed product outside of Canada. It's the rules. It's the rules everywhere, people. They don't. You can't send the sealed product outside of the country. But if you're gonna go shop at Fusion Gaming Online, you want to support the channel. Don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout. Also gets yourself another 5% off all your purchases. We're gonna thank Mana Traders for the premier place for renting Magic cards online. Your ability to get that competitive edge. Yeah, we'll talk about that one today. As every deck changes in the metagame, you know, like everyone was playing Cascade decks for who knows how long. The Omnath deck. Now no one plays that stuff anymore. Now people just want to play Rakdos Scam. And if you want to scam people like everyone else, and you can rent that deck using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_RUE. And now back to crazy Magic cards. Crazy, beautifully crazy Magic cards. Okay, we printing this thing or what? I mean, it's not broken. It's not broken. What does Mana Traders do with all those copies of Meat Hook? Goes into Magic Heaven. Who knows? Someone will play Meat Hook in like Pioneer or Modern or whatever. Still no minion newer than 10 years old that that have it. I have no idea what you're talking about. This card is redundant. Shred. Print it if it's World Enchantment. World Enchantment? What does that mean? It doesn't need to be more than Legendary. Print it so I can sell my pre-release copies to an EDH player for too much. I like that idea. Alright, we're printing it. It's not broken or anything. Okay, popular support. 1 white. Enchantment. You have Ward X, where X is the number of creatures you control. That is very interesting. That is a very interesting card. You have Ward X, where X is the number of creatures you control. So that is a very, very interesting card. It says you put more creatures, like, you know, burn spells become more expensive. So people have to, like, destroy the burn spells. I think it's anti-burn. I don't think it's anti-Thoughtseize, because you can get Thoughtseize. You play this turn 1, they'll Thoughtseize you, and you don't have any creatures out. Swarm decks. You ain't targeting me anymore. Bolt face? No, sir. You gotta pay for it. Or you just bolt the creatures. Turn those bolts into... I don't remember. There's a Pioneer burn spell. It's like a bolt, but only hits, like, I think, creatures and planeswalkers. Perfectly fine, to be honest. Too good with tokens? Oh, come on. How is this going to be too good? You have Ward. A big deal. Maybe make the cost white and a 1? Why? You got to get this thing out early. You got to play, like, maybe a 1-drop and then follow up your 1-drop with a 1-drop in popular support. Surprise! Or I guess you can just play popular support turn 1. Perfectly fine, says Table Salt. Dies to removal? Yeah, essentially. Or, the thing is, it's going to misdirect the burn spells onto the creatures. Now I can no longer target myself with effects. Print. You have Ward. Oh. Yeah, you can't accidentally bolt yourself. Javier says it's fine. I would definitely outflank Nikachu. Yes, you would. Alright. Well, you think this is broken? There are enchantments out there for 1 white. They exist. Alright. We're printing popular support. I think it's a good balanced card. Luthor! Ruthless Miner for green, red, black, white. We have a 3/5 Dwarf Barbarian. And it's legendary. Alright. Alright, EDH players. You can judge this as much as you want. A Vigilance Menace. Whenever a land is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, that land's control loses 2 life, but creates 2 treasure tokens. I don't know. Okay, is this broken or what? Okay, so basically every fetch land is gonna dome you for what? 3, because you fetch. That's 1, and then you lose 2 life, but then you get 2 treasure tokens. That's insane. Whenever a land... I mean, it happens for anybody, so it's not just you. It can also help the opponents. But also making fetch lands even more broken! This would suck in limited. Hey, there's a lot of cards that suck in limited. You know? What's it called? What was a pretty bad limited? Do you know what? That should be a show. Cards that were terrible. Powerful cards that were terrible in limited. Like Crucible of Worlds or something like that. Would this multiply triggers on Armageddon? Oh yeah, for sure. Armageddon, and then you'd lose 2 life. So everyone loses 2 life. Oh, you might kill some people with Armageddon. Yeah, Armageddon is destroy all lands for 4 mana. So, and then whatever a land is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. But then everyone who had a land will now get 2 treasure tokens. Burn it! Go back to Ironforge Luther. 5 toughness makes it. Would be a good commander. Use it with new goblin that burn you if artifact go yo grave. Go yo grave. Flavorful, mining up the land for treasures. Oh, I didn't notice that. That's true. What's up with this armor? It looks way heavy. Like, how can you effectively work when you're wearing this much armor? It Ponza. I love how the culture of AI-generated cards have created... AI-generated cards have created a subculture. Without damaging would be a good card. No, it would be busted. So, like, they gotta give a downside. You can't be going willy-nilly sacking your fetch lands and making these treasure tokens. And by the way, hey, you still get your land. It's not like this is not instead. That land, so like whenever a land is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, that land's controller loses 2 life and creates 2 treasure tokens. So you get your land that you're searching, if you're fetching, that is, and you get the treasure tokens. I would hate to play against this in Commander. Shred. That is a very bad card regardless of Commander. Dwarves are known for being strong manlets. Finally, something to go along with my devastating summons. Yes. Would fetch lands be more balanced if it was exiled after? Yes, actually. Hell, that could be a new generation of fetch land that they make later. Could be. Or even a fetch land that gets a token of a land. You exile it, and then you get a token of the land, so you don't have to fetch for the actual land in your deck. I feel like Nikachu not knowing flanking is like Mark Rosewater printing the reserve list anyway. Somehow I feel betrayed, even though it affects me in no way. I don't know like half the mechanics in this game. There's so many old mechanics. Like, I had to literally play with banding to know what banding does. But now I know banding. Okay, we keeping this or what? Really interesting build around. Run all the mass line destruction, print it. Alright, we print it. I think this card is a bit broken, but maybe it's balanced with this lose 2 life thing. Okay, you heard a Shark Typhoon. Well, there's the next rip-off movie, the Dreadmaw Typhoon. Green, 10 generic for a tribal enchantment dinosaur. Probably should also have the mechanic meme. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an X+6, X+6 green dinosaur creature token with trample, where X is that spell's mana value, and you can cycle this for 7 mana. When you cycle Dreadmaw Typhoon, create a 6/6 green dinosaur creature token with trample. I mean, it's basically it's the Dreadmaw, right? Colossus Dreadmaw. They're just making a bunch of them. So this is the original card, 6/6 Trampler. And I mean, to give credit, they're making it fair. You got to spend at least 7 mana to get your 6/6 green dinosaur creature token with trample. So you know, it's not a strictly better what's it called? Colossal Dreadmaw. That's just bad. Print it. Double Dreadmaw cost. But why is cycling not 6 mana? Well, then it would be strictly better, right? It would be a strictly better Dreadmaw. It's a must print. Dreadmaw reprint meme lives on. Good luck hard casting this. I don't think they plan on to. I mean, if it happens, it happens. I mean, I don't know. They could replenish it onto the battlefield or something. Yeah, cheated in play and then tons of dinos go broke. Whatever, you can have the cycling Colossus Dreadmaw. Holding Fate! 1 white instant. Target opponent can't win the game this turn. Draw a card. I feel like this is a card we need in Magic the Gathering. It's actually a good fog in some ways too. It finally would be a fog that would be playable. Like, fog is like unplayable because you basically lose your card. Is there a fog with a cantrip attached to it? Dio's like, print, we need this right now. I need to we need to screw combo players immediately. This type is fun. Yup, print it. Send it to the printers. Send it straight there. Expedite it. Put it in the front of the line. I thought I already saw this before. No, I haven't seen this before. Maybe you guys, some of you like to look at custom Magic Reddit. Angel's Grace is better. Well, technically, yeah. Well, nah, maybe not. Angel's Grace is not better. Angel's Grace is better if you're trying to win the game. I think having random card draw attached is very useful for a random player. Actually, hold on. Wait a second. This doesn't work as a fog. So, like, let's say someone attacks me for 20. What happens in that game state? Yeah, but you can still lose the game. Yeah, damage needs to get prevented. Hold on, other players can still lose the game. But why? You can still lose. So, like, let's say, okay, I'm up against 2 people. So, I'm up against 2 people. I'm up against 1 person. It's 1 versus 1. They attack me for 20. I play Holding Fate. I go to 0. I'm dead. But they don't win? So what, is it a draw? Congratulations, it's a draw. Win the game, mechanics get screwed mostly. Yeah, but what happens when I actually lose? Oh, I guess it's basically just anti-win the game. Okay, so if someone wins by, you know, regular life. Yeah, I think it defeats Coalition Victory. And like Thassa's Oracle, for example. It beats Thassa's Oracle. Lose after you pass the turn. No, I think I lose. Then my turn happens. The game tries to go to my turn. And then I'm dead, so it just goes back to the player's turn again and they win. Oh, we got, so I think we can print this thing. Okay, we got Kevy Pro with the super chats. What's a new one I want to give away, show off? You review my card. Title, Drawception Art Sorcery. I'll do it in a minute. I'm on my way. Kevy Pro. Okay, we need Drawception Art. Oops, what's going on here? Drawception Art Sorcery. Yeah, I see it. Ye Old Earth. All right, this is Kevy Pro's card. Ye Old Earth. 3 green and 1 blue. Sorcery, planetary. 10 out of 10 art here. In my day. Oh, I'll say the card in his voice. In my day, each player may search their libraries for 3 land cards and put them on the battlefield. At the beginning of your next turn, each player shuffles all land cards into their deck and draws 3 cards. What the hell? That is not what happened in my day. Okay, at the beginning of your next turn, okay, each player may search their libraries for 3 land cards. Put them onto the battlefield. At the beginning of your next turn, each player shuffles all land cards into their deck and draws 3 cards. We just Armageddoned each other. For what the earth has given, for what the earth has giveth, it taketh, and make new, unknown. I guess the card is made out of the flavor text. Bypass no land destruction rule 0. Yeah, hey, I didn't blow up your lands. They're all in your library. Why is the mana cost so wrong? Oh, is it because the 3 is on the right? The 3 should be on the left. Yi is not Yi, it's actually the. Where was Yi? I don't remember. Oh, Ye Old Earth. Oh, the Old Earth, I see. I'm not gonna be a judge, I don't know. So Blackland says it's busted. Tron for a turn. You get landfall. You get landfall for a turn. Big landfall, but then you lose all your lands next turn. What kind of land tax is that? Way to make enemies. The cost would need to be less to make it worth it. No, I think 5 mana is okay. So for 5 mana, and then 1 at the beginning of your next turn, and they're all gonna gang up on you. It's possible you're gonna be a target, right? Nobody wants to lose their land, so it'd be like, okay, we gotta kill this. We gotta kill you. Get him! Go get him, everyone! Zeke Fox says, I'd say shred. The removal of all land isn't in green/blue. Hey, have you heard of boomerang? You can bounce lands. Cryptic command? But it's more of a bouncing thing than anything else. This lets your opponents go wild with their big mana on their turn while you won't get to use it before everything goes away. You know what? That's the price for chaos, Kalantares. That's the price for chaos. Basically a mini Shahrazad? No. You still have all your stuff in play. You have all your creatures. Each player shuffles all land cards, so you have all your other stuff. Next is like 50-50 to ship or shred this. Print because of super chats. Sure, okay. It's not obviously broken, and I know what the card does. So, okay, we'll ship it. Okay, Wall of Snow. Blue, 1 generic for a 2/5 snow wall. And with Defender. So it is a wall, true to being a wall. Wall of Snow deals combat damage to creatures in the form of stun counters. If a permanent with a stun counter would be untapped, remove 1 from it instead. That's actually very flavorful. It's like Wall of Ice, actually, isn't it? This is just an improved Wall of Ice, where anything Wall of Ice blocks doesn't untap during its next untap step. So this is just an evolved form of it. So, like 2 power, so it'll deal 2 damage, and you'll get 2 stun counters. So you have to remove 2 stun counters. I think stun could be a really evergreen mechanic. I don't think there's enough stun out there. Heck, that's a good blocker. Seems printable. Prints. Everyone wants to print it immediately. Great design. The limited players are licking their lips. Actually, is it broken in limited? That's a big creature for 3 mana. That is a really big creature. Like, you're just not going to be able to attack into this damn thing. Stun is evergreen. Would it be cool if they gave other walls stun? When buffing a wall is actually useful. Snow need more love. No, Snow need more hate, actually. I need more reasons to never play with Snow basics. You can give it more love, but then you give it the hate. Alright, that's the rule. That's the rules that we have in the Nikachu house. I never thought about it, but Boomerang on Isochron Scepter to screw up their lands could go in a stack. People in their Isochron Scepter. That's like one of the top 10 pony cards of all time. We becoming a MOBA now with stun. Yeah, exactly. All right, we print this thing. I guess it's probably broken and limited, but for constructed, it's fine. Tomi Kawakami, with a very bizarre. I don't know if I'm supposed to fall in love or be scared. All right, so green, black, 2 generic, 0/1 spirit. Oh, of course, the spirits are always strange. Okay, pay a green tap. Target creature fights Tomi Kawakami. Whenever Tomi Kawakami is dealt a number of damage, create that many tokens. There are copies of Tomi Kawakami. At the end of turn, target player put -1/-1 counter on one of their creatures for each Tomi Kawakami that has left the battlefield that turn. What does this do? I don't know what this does. It makes no sense. Okay, the idea is it will fight, it will die, and then for that number of damage, you get that more Tomi Kamikawi, and then at the end of each turn, target player puts a -1/-1 counter on one of their creatures for each. I mean, you're just going to make infinite of these things. You just make them for forever and keep putting -1/-1 counters on your opponent's stuff. Needs to specify non-legendary tokens. I like it, but the wording needs a little work. Yeah, it definitely wants to replicate itself. We're gonna have Tomi Cam. It's a tongue twister. Tomi. It's not even like it's actually Japanese, so it'd be like Tomi. Actually, I don't remember how to. Is this? Would they have an e at the end in Japanese? I don't remember. I think it would just be Tomi. Tomi or Tomei, whatever. Tomei Kawakami. A little rough on my Japanese. Tomi is a character from the Junji Ito horror mangas. All right, they're trying to make it flavorful. It's a flavor win, though. Okay, I'll trust you guys. Tomi Kawakami. Tomi Kawakami. This is our card, people. So she replicates herself? Oh, God. All right, back to the actual. Whoops, back to the actual card. I saw enough. There's definitely an AI-generated image. Doesn't summoning sickness stop this card in its tracks? No, because like, so you can like, you create all those copies, but then you're going to be able to use them next turn. It's literally last strike. It dies to bolt. Well, whenever Tomi Kawakami is dealt a number of damage, create that many tokens that are copies of Tomi Kawakami. So you'd create, so bolting her only makes more Tomi Kawakamis. You have to fatal push her. So unstoppable, enter/die trigger with a creature like Marauding Raptor. Ooh. So would it lock the game up? Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Marauding Raptor deals 2 damage to it. If a dinosaur is dealt damage this way, oh well, yeah, it would just we would make infinite. We would have all these Tomi Kawakamis. Tomi Kawakamis for eternity. Does that kill us? Deals 2 down. No, it just, the game just loops for eternity. We lock up the game by accident. Wait, not Doomblade, Path to Exile. I think you can Doomblade. You can Doomblade her. You just cannot deal damage to her. And for all that, Sean says print it. With Pestilence, please. Oh, they die of the legend rule. That's true. So they screwed this up. Whenever Tomi Kawakami is dealt a number of damage, create that many tokens that are copies of Tomi Kawakami. But they have to be non-legendary. They have to say, oh, well then, as stated, this card don't work. This card pointless. All right, we've got a beautiful super chat here from Let's Go 69 with your mom. Oh, God. Hey, Nikachu, first time catching you live. Can you look at my card? The post is Impatient Tinkerer. Impatient Tinkerer. Okay, Impatient Tinkerer. We got it. All right. What do we got here? Whoop. Okay, I got it, basically. Impatient Tinker, 1 white, 2 generic. For a 2/3 human wizard. Pay 5, sacrifice a power stone, search your library for a creature with prototype and place it onto the battlefield as if it were cast for its prototype cost. All right, so I don't know what prototype is. I also don't know what a power stone is. So it's up to you guys to let me know if this is broken or not. Damn, read the whole thing out. Yeah, well, whatever. Did not expect to hear that. Martin's trying to defend Tomi. Tomi works perfectly fine. Take 3 damage to create 3 tokens. Let the original 2 tokens die and your opponent creatures get -3/-3 and you still have a Tomi, just a token. Oh, I see. So you only have 1 Tomi. But I don't think that's how it was designed. While it still works, I don't think that's how it was designed. I think they meant to have millions of Tomies. And I'm probably, I'm assuming the flavor is the same in that way as well. Okay, Power Stone is pretty good. Wait, this isn't Marvel? Probably. It's fair. Prototype lets you cast a weaker version of the creature for cheaper. Was that one of those new mechanics from Brothers War? How to make a magic card as ambiguous to read as possible, but still makes sense to the average standard player. Power Stone. Okay, Power Stone is a token that is created similar to Treasure, Food, or Clue. It's a mana rock that has tap. Add a colorless. You can't spend this mana to cast non-artifact spells. So we sacrifice our Power Stone to search our library for a creature with prototype and place it onto the battlefield as if it were cast for its prototype cost. So we get prototypes. Seems like something a common would do. Print. Nikachu, yeah, Mana Traders on the phone. You know, Mana Traders gives me a lot of leeway with what I want to do with my channel. It's in the Brothers War. Okay, prototype is an alternate casting cost to bring in a weaker version of the card. So we can print this! We can print that. Sounds good. I like the card. And it looks very... I think it's fair. Is it like some weird... Is there anything broken with Power Stone? Sorry. Is there anything broken with prototype? I'm gonna hope not. Overpriced ability, 3 or 4 would make this card great. Hey, whoa. I think you should be careful when we are tutoring things into play. When we're tutoring things into play, I think 5 mana is fair. It's I think 5 mana is super fair, so I got 2 thumbs up for the impatient tinker, because it literally says tinker. They know what they're doing. They made a tinker here. Does Decklist Review still exist? Are you from like 2 years ago? No, sorry, Amadex. Decklist Review is retired. All right, back to the regular Reddit. Okay, live life for X and a green. Sorcery. Create an XX white human creature token. You gain X life. And then there is the fullest. One of those cards. White, 1 generic, Aftermath. Cast a spell only from your graveyard. Populate. Create a token that's a copy of a creature token you control. Couldn't they just double this up? Like, couldn't they just have it one on top of each other? I think there's enough room. If they really want to make it work, they could make it work. They could put, like, live life and then put in brackets sorcery or something. Or sorcery, live life. This is ridiculously fair. Create an XX white human creature token. You gain X life. Are we giving birth to someone? What is going on here? Live to the fullest. Yeah, there should be a flavor text in here. But then they wouldn't have the name thing. Oh, live life to the fullest. Can you cast both sides at the same time, though? Like Fire and Ice? Fire and Ice can't do that. Only cards with Fuse can do that. Fire and Ice, you have to choose which one. So yeah, you can choose one or the other, but you can't do both. It's Fuse. If it has the Fuse mechanic, you can choose both. Have you been cheating with Fire and Ice this entire time, Levy? I mean, control mirrors can last 9 months sometimes. It's true. It's the first. Oh yeah, actually this works like this. You play the sorcery, then it goes to the graveyard. Then you can cast this spell only from your graveyard, then exile it. The fullest is the one you can play from your graveyard. So you can do both eventually, but not like Fire and Ice. You can't have life to the fullest. You have to choose. No, you choose to live life, and then I guess you die to the fullest. Whatever. This is fair. Whatever. Populate your green human. Good enough. Activation phrase. The hell does that mean? Oops, what did I do? There we go. Activation phrase. Red for an enchantment. Creatures you own are goaded. Even a rabid dog knows its master. I don't get it. Creatures you own are goaded? So that means they have to attack or something? But creatures I own are goated. Hi, exactly. Well, that deserves something. There we go. Zedru support, let's go. Artwork already exists. Well, whatever. On custom Magic, they don't care. Goaded, can't attack player that casted the Goad effect. I have no idea what is this good? Creatures you own, so you can give a creature to someone and that force them to attack? Yeah, it's creatures you own, so you can give somebody a creature of yours and then make them. What does goaded mean? Like you have to attack with your creatures? It's an anti-blue tech. They must attack each turn if able, and must attack a player other than you if able. Meaning, so they must attack each turn if able, and must attack a player other than you if able. Meaning, if someone in blue steals control of your creature, you still own that creature. So they can't attack you. So the idea is you donate your creatures to other people, they're goaded, and they have to attack people. Russell says, only good in Commander. Ha ha ha! Most cards are only good in Commander. There's a lot of cards that are like completely useless in competitive play. Would work against graveyard steel decks. I guess so. Okay, we can print this card, sure, whatever. Let's print this card. I can't see how it's broken. Ah, we got Polarity. My card making skills aren't that great, but my card is Arthas, the Lich King. What about it? With Warhammer Universe and MTG, figured Warcraft would be fun. It's, what is it called? Arthas, the Lich King. Found it. The system works. I like my system. Arthas the Lich King, black, blue, 5 generic for a 4/7. Human Death Knight. How is Death a creature type? I want to say this is the first time I ever saw Death as a creature type. It's a very unique creature type. Vigilance, Death Touch, and Lifelink. Sacrifice a creature. Distribute -1/-1 counters equal to sacrifice creature's power amongst any number of creatures. And you can tap to proliferate. Oh god. You just pay nothing to sacrifice. Distribute equal to the creature's power among any number of creatures. So sack a 5 power thing, put a bunch of -1/-1 counters everywhere, then you proliferate, and you can play blue, 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 black, 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 tap. Summon a 7/7 Sindragosa dragon token with flying and lifelink. So you get 7/7 flying lifelink dragons every turn. I have to admit, your card is ridiculously clunky. So I don't know if it's particularly broken. And also, paying this 1 billion mana to make a 7/7 dragon will eat up your turn every single turn. And you can't even use, like, Soul Ring mana for it. Death Knight is a creature type? Alright, I learned something today. Why blue? Well, why not? It's actually a good question. There's nothing blue in this at all. Blue is not... Oh, blue is flying, I guess. But blue is not Vigilance, Death Touch, or Lifelink. That is a good question. Text needs some work. Take off the proliferation, less for token maker. It's 7 mana. That's super fair. I would say well, I guess it's fine. And you have to choose one or the other. Do you want to proliferate or you want to make 7 Sindragosas? Would make more sense as green, white, black. Yeah, blue proliferate. Is that normal? Or is that breaking the color pie? Arthas is a quintessential white-black character. Should have a sleep ability. Hey, some pleb, you changed your avatar. Did notice. Just noticed just now. Oh boy, this could be cool in Commander, as it usually is. Well, I don't see how it's broken. Yeah, but Lich King was from the Frozen Throne or something. I really can't speak to the lore. The lore of... I know so little about the lore of Magic the Gathering. I know that Jace dated Liliana at some point. That's everything I know. That's it. That's all the lore I know about Magic the Gathering. And that's sad. I only know the high school drama part of Magic the Gathering lore. What's the link for Reddit? Just look for custom magic. Custom magic Reddit. You'll find it. I know some of the World of Warcraft lore from being a Hearthstone player. Change the color and print it. Seems fun. Alright, we can print it. Great for the Athos, the Lich King. Okay, Dark Star Ashura. Sort of breaking the rules here. It's supposed to be $5. But I guess, well, I'm already here. Monsters in the Closet is one I made for my set. Monsters in the Closet. What did you make here, Dark Star? Dark Star! Okay, we got a hybrid white-red and one generic. Sorcery, choose one. Create a 2/2 white dog creature token. Or create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. And you can entwine for 2. This actually looks like a real card. It looks too real to me, to be honest. It's incredibly real. They definitely could print this card. Choose 2 if you pay the entwine cost. You get 4 creatures for in one card. I think it would instantly go in like mono white tokens. I think a token deck would really want to use this. Oh, Zeke Fox, saw dog, must go woof. Dio Brando, great. Print, look at all the praise you're getting, Dark Star. This would be more fun at instant speed. Open the closet, get scared. Dogs! Doggos. Super cool print. I agree. Alright, thanks for sharing it. And moving on, Domesticate. Oh god, domesticating some big, weird rhino. Blue, 3 generic. Is Domesticate not a card at this point? That sounds like very much a card that they have to go make. So blue, 3 generic. Sorcery, gain control of target creature. Archaic, if only mana from basic lands was spent to cast Domesticate, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Why are we creating tokens? Okay, I understand. Domesticate makes sense. We gain control of target creature. If only mana from basic lands was spent to cast Domesticate, create a token of You know what I like about this is the mechanic. This is a great mechanic that supports monocolor decks. You know, there was a great comment in a thread on Reddit that was about they need to support monocolor. They've been supporting like multicolor for forever. Where's the payoff for being a monocolor deck? There should be monocolor decks in Magic the Gathering. There's barely any left. So like, and you need to encourage spending mana from basic lands. Although I guess Prismatic Vista decks could take advantage of it. If only mana from basic lands was spent to cast Domesticate, you get a copy of this. Kill or be killed? Who decides that? Mechanic is excellent. Domesticate a creature, then breed it. I guess so. Well, how are you breeding with one creature? How does that happen? That actually is a flavor fail. I think the flavor is a complete fail, but I like the design. The problem is the monocolor deck is Devotion, which was blah to play during. Who cares? I love Devotion decks. Hey, people like me love the Devotion. Yeah, bring Devotion back. We need to bring... You know, the problem with Devotion at the time is that it was unbalanced. It was like it was a standard period where like only blue was good, only black was good. And now in Pioneer, only green is good. Blue is on the fringe. Some Devotion decks are just too good. I domesticate, you're now a creature Gideon. Blood Moon is the payoff. Blood Moon is the payoff. Nikachu, it's MTG. We don't ask those kinds of questions. Yeah, how did we breed this? We only have one rhino. And then we've got, what was the guy from Jurassic Park? Life will find a way. Are you insinuating that a park of complete female dinosaurs will breed? I'm just saying, life will find a way. Should have been a dinosaur, really. We got Dial Width. Okay, so first off, we're gonna print this card. It's a cool card. I love it. We got a new super chat from Dial. Hey man, love your content. Can you check my card? Dale Van Sirocco. Yes, of course. I made this one based on my D&D character. Okay, D&D fans out there. Van Sirocco. Here we go. Whoa, you know what's unique about this? There's colorless in the mana cost, along with, like, colored mana. I have to say, I've never seen that before. And I don't know why we haven't seen... Or, are there any cards like that? That are, like, blue and you need to have colorless mana? Like you need... I guess it doesn't matter, though. Because you can just pay... Generic mana is the same thing. Yeah, I guess generic mana... Because you can use waste... I can... Anything that produces generally speaking, anything that produces generic mana adds, like, literally colorless, because they errated it. Okay, whatever, moving on. We got a legendary 0/3 human night wizard with first strike, vigilance, and ward 2. Ward 2 is important because it's hard to survive out there on ward 1. Okay, Dale gets +1/+1 for each equipment and each aura attached to it. Ah, it's like a bogle. It's like a bogle, but it doesn't have hexproof. Okay, so for a white and exactly a colorless, Dale gains indestructible until end of turn. For a hybrid blue-red or a colorless, Dale deals 1 damage to target creature, tap that creature, activate only as a sorcery. So you mow down the blockers, and then you white, red, blue, destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater, activate only once each turn. Good God. Ordo likes it, though. This card tries to be too much. I will admit, it has a lot of words on it. You probably should remove, like, 2 abilities. Not every Magic card needs to have everything in there. Too much text. Almost a Planeswalker. Too many text loops. When the font gets small enough, you know you're in danger. So it's a bit busy, but I'm sure it's very flavorful. I thought the colorless was different, that colored or any other mana. For this, you can't use oh yeah, that's true. You strictly that you got it right, Thomas. I forgot about that. See, I don't cast things like Thought Nazi or Reality Smasher. You literally need colorless producing cards to cast this. You need a Soul Ring, basically. You get your Jeskai, you get your Soul Ring, you're gonna cast your Dale Van Sirocco. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that first one. It could be Dali for all I know. The colorless mana symbol is the reason they made basic land a wastes. Just gave him Valorous Stance because he's a hero. Of course. Okay, so much text, it's almost like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Maybe it was inspired, partially. Okay, so, okay, we shipping or shredding this thing? I know it was a dono card, but we don't have to be nice to old dono cards. We have to give good feedback. It's a bit busy. But it's still not, I don't think it's broken. Like, I mean, it's literally a 0/3 creature that gets bigger based on, like, equipment and stuff. Okay, we got ship with cake. Shred, too many words. Shred, sorry, man. Ship, it's fine. Ship and shred, ship. All right, I saw 4 ships. We're shipping it. But it's a close one. It's a bit debated. Okay, we have a bunch of super chats here. Okay, we got Alex Denton with the super chat. Thanks so much. Zephyr Avenger. Oops. Going to your profile. I'm not going to the card. The Zephyr Avenger. We're going to avenge. Can you play auras with ward 2? Yeah, because the ward only affects, I think, your opponents. Only affects your opponents. There we go. Dial is super happy. We made Dial's day. Okay, Zephyr Avenger. Black, 3/3 Angel. You can't cast Zephyr Avenger unless a player lost 3 or more life this turn. Flying, Death Touch, Lifelink. This is absolutely playable. Absolutely, 100%. It reminds me of that other Avenger. I'm sure you made it like the black version, because there's that one you can't cast it until like turn 3 or something like that. Shred, no flavor text. What a missed opportunity for flavor text. Why is it on MTG Cardsmith the formatting sucks? Like, it's just small letters. It seems like if it didn't come from Card Conjure, like, the formatting is just awkward. Yeah, it's like Zephyr Avenger is like the black sheep of the Sarah Avenger family. Shred for templating, lack of periods and spacing, empty... Oh, come on, we don't need to be that... Oh yeah, there's no periods here at all. It's just a big run-on sentence. There's like no spacing here either. Maybe it's not MTG Cardsmith's fault. I couldn't think of anything to put for her. Oh. As dark as night, she shows up in your dreams. Okay, that's it. And then the rest can be open to interpretation. Anyway. We can print this card. No problem. Okay, what's the flavor text for this card? What's our flavor text? Crack Shock, and you can play it, but it's fairish. Oh yeah, you can't cast this unless a player lost through it. So it's like you who has to lose. It's like really, I think it's really fair. Like a 3/3 flying Death Touch lifelink on turn 2, who cares? Why would anyone care about this thing? Lose 3 life, it's danger. Okay, some pleb is creating the official flavor text. It's a Mia Barrio, Chris Pratt. Makes no sense, whatever. All right. We have another super chat. See, that's why I do this. I love how I monetize the custom cards. Post title, Convoked Cleric. We're not done. We're done when I say I'm done. Oh, we're gonna use this music. We're going deep here. You guys haven't heard this one before. Rarely. Convoke Cleric. We're breaking out the Starman music for this one. Convoke Cleric, 1 white. For a 1/1 lifelink this with Convoke? Were you serious? So that I can tap a white creature, just ramp this thing out. I guess if you have like a lot of these in hand, you can put like a bunch of these guys on the battlefield. This is a unique card. Yeah, this is my infinite money glitch. Raiding custom Magic the Gathering card live streams are an infinite money glitch for Nikachu. Absolutely. Print, cleric triggers. Are there cleric triggers that we have to be aware of? Beware, vengeance comes with on the wings of darkness. All right, there we go. That's a nice flavor text for the last card. So basically, you have to get like a champion of the parish out, and then you can get a Convoke Cleric, and then you can convoke that cleric into another Convoke Cleric, and convoke that cleric into another Convoke Cleric. Like you can just dump all your. If you have actually, you don't even need an enabler. You can just play one cleric, and then the rest of them will dump each other out. Life gain goes shred. Another sister. Yep. That actually might bring Soul Sisters into some playability. I don't think this is actually that good. I mean, I could be wrong. It's not even a human. I think it should be a human cleric. How is this just a cleric but no human? You can't with summoning sickness though, can't you? No, you cannot. Summoning sickness doesn't affect Convoke. You just need to tap the creatures. Convoked Cleric. That's right. We go deeper. It's like Inception. Anyway, I think we can print this thing. Can you tap a creature the turn you play for Convoke? Yep. You can play a bunch of mana dorks on the battlefield. Oh, it's Convoked Cleric. We're missing the N. Okay, well, okay, so Mark Rosewater will laugh in your face. I mean, I guess it doesn't affect the card. It doesn't affect the card, right? So maybe we can still say, like, it can be called Convoked Cleric, but it convokes. What's important is that the mechanic is spelled right in the text box. That's the most important thing. That's the most important. All right, so my infinite money glitch continues with Terry. Thank you so much for the super chat. Can you do another one of mine? Abner zoning. Absolutely. I mean, you could take over the show for $5 at a time. Abner zoning commissioner. Commissioner Gordon. It's an unset card. Oh God. Okay, I have no idea who this is. Abner. Was this from Breaking Bad? Abner zoning commissioner. Black, blue, white, 2 generic. Legendary planeswalker at 5 loyalty. When Abner leaves the battlefield, if any permanents are in atypical zones. Put them onto the battlefield under their owner's control. +2, choose a unique name for a new public atypical zone and put the top card of any library into it. So like you're making your own new exile. And then -8, move any number of permanents from its current zone to a new public atypical zone. This is a very weird card. So and then the card is like, atypical zones are any zone inside the game other than the following zones: a library, hand, battlefield, graveyard, stack, exile, command, and command. In a public zone, cards are visible to all players. Endanger my brain. Unset card, print it. What constitutes an atypical zone? Well, they said so. It says it right here. It's got a rules text on top of the card. This is pretty funny. I say print it for the unenergy. Call it a lost zone and confuse the heck out of Pokemon TCG players. Table flip on site. I think it just makes exile, right? It's just a new exile card. Anyway, we can print this card. It's a funny card, and it's, you know, it's an unset. When are we not printing an unset card? Balder with the super chat. Pocket Sand? It better have Dale in the picture. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of Pocket Sand cards. It has Dale! I don't have to see what it is. It has Dale, and it's good enough for me. Oh man, how do I zoom out of this thing? There we go. Okay, Pocket Sand. Okay, for 1 red, instant. Target player can't attack you this turn. You may return target creature you control to your hand. Pocket Sand! Sha sha sha! Dale Gribble. Print on name alone. Exactly, I agree. 6 years ago. Is this an old card? Oops. Pocket Sand. How many people have made Pocket Sands? Scorching Sandblast? From 6 years ago. Did you, like, literally look this up? Or did you post this, like, 6 years ago? Balder. Love it, Ship. We need this. Something we didn't know we needed, now we need. Ship. Players don't attack, though. Creatures do. Yeah, target player can't attack. I guess it's like target player can't attack you with creatures this turn or something like that. Needs more mana to be fair, and color pie seems wrong. I think the red is okay. I mean, red is sand. I think. Actually, sand is... I guess sand is colorless, right? Shuck Creations with the super chat. Oh god, this is just going on forever. Wrath of Ages. Infinite money glitch continues. Out of curiosity, did daylight savings time like discombobble everybody? I feel like a lot more people start showing up at the end of the show now compared to the past. Is this okay? This is looks like you've iterated on this. It's a lot of words, Wrath. It's a lot of words. Sorry, that's a lot of words, Shuck. It's a lot of words. You gotta be careful with a lot of words. All right, pay 4 mana for the sword. It's a colorless sorcery. Weird. Okay, if white was spent to cast this spell, you may destroy all creatures. If blue was spent to cast this spell... Oh, this is cool! Okay, so this spell can't be countered. If black... So you could have, like, a Supreme Verdict that's uncounterable. If black was spent to cast this spell, you may exile all graveyards. If red was spent to cast this spell, you may destroy all artifacts. And if green was spent to cast this spell, you may destroy all enchantments. This is a very cool card. This is actually really neat. And it's very original. Like, I feel like this is a fresh card. Well, Verdict is uncanny. So you literally... well, okay, there is maybe a smidge of a problem here. It is a strictly better Supreme Verdict. So, like, this is an... so Supreme Verdict didn't change, right? Oh, no. It changes a little bit. Because I think Supreme Verdict was white, blue, 1 generic. So this is just double blue. Well, I think it's doing enough. But in a 5-color deck, this is outrageously versatile. What's the color of the card? The color of the card is colorless. This is a pretty cool Verdict cost, yeah. So it's a slightly more expensive Verdict. But if you have, like, enough Triomes in your deck, you can basically do anything you want with this card. It might be broken. It might literally be flat out broken now that I think about it. Like, any control deck that was playing this for Verdict now has the option to, like, do all this other stuff with just a few triomes. I cast it for red, green, black. Oh yeah, you could do nothing. You could literally cast it for one of each color and then just does absolutely nothing. Yeah, this is a better Wrath. But you guys seem to like it, so we'll print it. Alright. It passes. And one more. What super chat we're going to use here? We'll use this one. Away with you. Green, green, black, black, 5 generic for an instant affinity for non-token creatures. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Put all creature cards revealed this way into your graveyard and add the rest to your hand. Reveal the top 5. Put all creatures... Oh, put the rest of the cards in your hand. Target creature gets -X until end of turn, and you gain X life, where X is the number of creature cards put into the graveyard this way. Affinity for non-token creatures. What a weird card. It's so expensive, too. I mean, it's got, like, sort of a broken ability, so it makes sense that this is so expensive. Affinity for non-token creatures, but this is a very confusing card. Must have a high... What are you talking? It's 9 mana. So, basically, if you get Affinity down to, like, 4 mana, you reveal top 5 cards of your library, put all creature... I mean, you could potentially draw 5 cards at instant speed, but then not kill a creature. Or if you draw 4 creatures, if you reveal 4 creatures, 1 non-creature spell, you get the 1 non-creature spell in your hand, you get to kill a creature, or give a creature -X until end of turn. Print with a boogie counter on it. Odd Eyes Gaming. This card looks neat and not too strong. Okay, whatever. I'm going to print it. And with that, we're going to conclude today's custom Magic card thing. Alright, it was a great day. Oh, God. Okay, this is the last one, damn it. If you send me more super chats, I'm just eating them. Revenge of Jace's soul. Revenge of Jace's soul. What is the Revenge of Jace's... can I find it? Revenge of Jace's soul. Revenge. Did it have an apostrophe? Doesn't exist. Sorry, man. Can't find it. Alright, then that's the end of the show. Alright, thank you very much for all the super chats and appreciate everyone who is here today. Remember, if you want to be part of the show, you want to be part of the custom Magic community, you got to be here at Monday, Wednesday. Sorry, well, we do this every second Wednesday. But anyway, be here Monday to Friday to be part of Coffee and MTG, 8 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you so much for all the support. Everyone who's a member of the channel, everyone who's a member on Patreon, and all the super chats. They help support the channel. And also lets me know that I got to be here every morning for all of you. So thank you all, because without all of you, this show is nothing without all of you. You guys are the show. All guys are the show. Did I miss one? Odd Eyes Gaming. Did I miss a super chat? What is this? What is this Odd Eye Gaming? Oh, you have to super chat. There's no freebies around here. That's how I monetize the channel. That's how I do it. And no spam, please. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for being here today. I appreciate it. You guys are the show. I'm not the show. You guys are the show. So as usual, keep brewing up those coffees and keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourself. And I will see you in the next